someone in the audience submitted, how do you intend to curb the current federal government overreach, district gerrymandering, and restore the balance of power outlined in our Constitution?
Well, our Constitution, when we allocate it with gerrymandering, right now our state house is responsible for drawing our lines, and it's supposed to be based off of our population density, our growth. And as a member of Congress, of the United States Congress, it would be unconstitutional for me to weigh in on how we do it at the state house level. That's how you know what you're running for. And I'm not going to weigh in on that. Currently, we have a Democrat who's involved in weighing in on everything he's not supposed to be weighing in on. So as your next congressman, I will not violate the U.S. Constitution. I will not impose upon the state house or the state of Texas to go along with my agenda, and I'm not going to do that. I'll probably say, I'm in support for term limits, so maybe I'm termed out by then, by the next time we do the census in 10 years from now. But the point is that I'm not going to tell the state house how to do their job. I'm not going to violate the United States Constitution, and therefore I have no opinion on how they're supposed to do it besides how they're supposed to do it in the state of Texas. There you go.
Yeah, that's a great answer, Brad. Along the same lines, the federal government shouldn't be telling us anything that we do here in Texas. We want them as far away from us as humanly possible. We have entirely too many laws on the books as it is. And all of these bills that the U.S. Congress passes is how the government is trying to reach into our pockets and into our lives. The more of those laws that we can repeal at the federal level, the less the government will be able to reach into our pockets, and the less mandates that we give to things like the EPA to try to tell us what type of cars we can drive here in the in Texas. Keep them as far away from us as humanly possible. Vote no on almost every new bill. As a member of U.S. Congress, you're going to have to convince me to vote yes on absolutely anything. We have too many laws in this country already. We don't need any more.
Government needs to stay out of the business of states, right? Yes. But I want to step back here, and I just want to talk about gerrymandering, right? It's always a redistricting when a Democrat state does it, and it's gerrymandering when a Republican state do it. And this is what I'm talking about. We need new people in this new political civil war that we're in. We need ruthless Republicans. Because look at the map that they wrote in Illinois. They carved that thing up. Basically, no Republican is going to represent that. I think it's one. And look at what we're doing in Missouri. We're drawing a 5-3 map when we can easily draw a 7-1 map. Republicans all over this country are scared to stand up. They're scared of the media. They're scared of their Democrats. You need new animals. And let me tell you, that is me. And there's a breed of me coming all across this country, and you need to support them to take this country back.
I'm your dog in the fight. I'm the person that you need to get in there and get the things done. Our nation is formed by union. We are unions. So why is the federal government dictating to us? We have to say no. The power they have comes from us. So why are they telling us how we're going to run our affairs? We got to stop that. We got to put a stop to it. And until we as Republicans begin to do what? Speak up and not be afraid. The Democrats are believing in that the Republicans are afraid, they don't want to offend anybody, and then as a result, they are doing what? They are running all over us. This time around, we're not going to let it happen. Because I'm going to be your voice. I'm going to say, I'm the lion, come attack me.
This is my favorite subject. I wish I could have 10 minutes, but I guess not, huh? Okay, I tried. All right, I asked. Government overreach. That's how we're going to say it. The federal government will ruin your life if they want to. We should be very worried about that. There's many examples of that. The Constitution was written to protect people's, they called them natural rights. The Constitution said you have a right to do and say almost anything unless it comes up and it bumps against somebody else's natural right. And the government was put in place to protect those rights. Now, it's that same federal government that's taking those natural rights away from us. There are things going on right now, particularly with, many examples of this, where the federal government is using unlawful methods of evidence collection methods, incarcerating people without due process because it fits the narrative of the current federal government.
Thank you.
I also need about 10 minutes to talk about government overreach. President Reagan said it best, the 10 most scary words in the English language. I'm from the government and I'm here to help you. We've got to have Republicans in Washington will go and fight and fight and fight. We saw President Trump cut 6,000 government regulations, and then business was expanding and exploding in this country. We need Republicans that will fight to limit government overreach at every single level. And I'll tell you, I was very excited tonight seeing the backbone and the spunk from the other candidates that are running in other races. We have a whole crop of new Republicans that are not just going to sit there and play nice with Democrats. We've got some people that are going to fight.